So today we will see how to add a contingent worker, how to add non-worker, how to add pending worker, and if time permits, we will see how to convert pending worker to either employee or contingent worker. Contingent worker means what? Contract worker. Employee is permanent worker. Okay. We'll go back. We will see hire an employee worker types. Assignment statuses. Types. Worker types. So yesterday we have seen this one, right? Employee, contingent worker, non-worker, and pending worker. We have seen the flow, how to hire an employee. We have seen the flow for how to hire an employee. Okay. It's recording. It is recording, right? It's recording. Yes. It's a recording. And now we will see how to hire a contingent worker, how to hire a pending worker, and how to convert the pending worker to employee. We'll see that one as well. You can convert pending worker either a employee or contract worker. He can be pending worker, can be an employee or a contractor or a contingent worker. So you remember this one. This is important. Pending worker can be an employee, conversion of pending worker to employee, or conversion of pending worker to contingent worker. Okay. Now we'll open. So employee, contingent worker, pending worker, and non-worker. Non-worker is like volunteer. Volunteer or something. Examples are like beneficiary, retiree, pensioner. All this comes under non-worker. So we can convert pending worker to either employee or contingent worker. Okay, we can convert employee, pending worker to employee and contingent worker. Okay, we have seen how to hire an employee. Okay, yesterday we have seen how to hire an employee and we have seen the transactions. Okay, this where I have stored the transactions, which environment and all. Okay, this one, right? Now I'll create one new file, a spreadsheet. Okay. From yesterday onward, we have seen the transactions. Okay, as workforce structures and enterprise structures got completed, we are seeing the transactions. Yesterday we have seen hiring an employee, right? Hiring an employee, effective start date is yesterday is 4/7. We'll go to and we'll take from, we'll go and take from there. So we'll copy the record. So what is the environment name? Dev 22. So Dev 22, we have hired an employee and employee number is 7572. We will see that environment. Okay. I'm logged in as a HR specialist. So what is Pavan Channam role here now? He is a HR specialist, not an implementation consultant. Already the basic structure, the basic enterprise structure and workforce structures was created. Now I am using the system as a HR specialist. Okay. What is the role of Pavan Channam here?
HR specialist.
HR specialist. Okay, because here we have to create multiple users and assign multiple roles. With one user only, I am doing everything. So going forward, what I'll do is I'll create multiple users with multiple roles so that you will have a proper understanding. So just give me 1 day time. I'll create because the problem here is that to create users next week, that won't be useful. Again, the environment will change. Again, you have to do all these things. I'm doing HDL. I'm loading with HDL. I'll create users with HDL. And I'll assign the roles as well with HDL only. So going forward from next week onwards, most probably for implementation user, only we will do only setups and configurations. We will not do any kind of transactions. Only for the testing purpose we will do. And while coming to HR specialist, his activity is to take care of HR operations. So we will create HR specialist user and we will assign the particular data role to that one. And we will use only particular role to do the operations from next week onward. Or from most probably, if time permits, today only I will create HR specialist role. Okay. Now where we have to go? We need to go to my client groups, new person. We need to go to my client groups, new person, and click on add contingent worker. See here, for a contingent worker, the basic details, there will be little bit change. If you observe properly, there will be small changes in the basic details. What it is saying?
Placement date.
Placement date. Right? It is saying placement date. For hiring an employee, it is hire date. Whereas for contingent worker, it is placement. So we are not hiring a contingent worker. We will add contingent worker. So, but in our system, we will do the placement. So what is that? Do you remember? That is the difference. Okay. So this person, contingent worker, is an employee of some other company. He came to particular company to do a particular job for a particular period of time. And once it is completed, he will go back to his parent organization or parent company. Okay. So this is a placement date. Today's date we are giving. Placement action. Add contingent worker. This is a placement action. Placement reason. You can select place to fill vacant position. Legal employer. So we know already one legal employer. So for our training purpose, all these things we are using US1 legal entity. But once we are ready with our data consolidation project, once we are ready with all the implementation projects, once we load all the details properly, we can use our own legal employers. So once the consolidation project is ready, we can use our own legal employers. But for now, just we are using existing data for learning purpose. Once you practice with the existing data, once the time comes and the data consolidation project is completely finalized and all the data is cleansed and data is really good, then we will load the data and we will use our own legal employers. Until then, we will use the system defined or seeded data. We will call this as seeded data, US1 legal entity. And rest all fields are common. So we will give here the name as Leonard Hofstede. Leonard Hofstede. Okay. Pronunciation. We can call him something like he. Title is HCM certified consultant. This is a person lookups. We will define once it is comes. Or we can call by default what are the person lookups. Default title doctor is a doctorate. So this is what we have created with our. I have created HCM certified consultant. We can extend the functionality with person lookups as well. Lookups concept. But for now, we don't want to go in depth. That comes under completely technical. So it's a doctor. Title is doctorate. Okay. Always try to give gender and date of birth, even though they are not mandatory fields. Male, 1/1/1978. Okay. Now just click on national identifier, social security number. From here, everything is common. It is almost the same like how you hired an employee. If you want to give the phone details, email details, all are optional. You can give. It's not a mandatory fields. You can give. Click on next. So these are the employment information. So in the employment information, we need to give the values for assignment details. Person assignment details, okay? Whether he is worker, whether he is contingent worker, whether he is employee. So whatever he is, we need to give the details. So for which business unit we are hiring him? US1 business unit. US1 business unit. Okay, here assignment statuses. So assignment status active payroll eligible, active payroll, no payroll. So we need to identify this one. We are, even though he is a temporary employee, he is payroll eligible. Okay. And the position. We will see this position details in depth in more in the next future classes. If we select the position and position synchronization is enabled in the system at legal employer level or at the enterprise level, all the details that were associated with the position will be displayed here. Okay. Next, we will select any position. So he is a junior service desk agent, United States. We cannot select this position because it doesn't have an open headcount. Okay, no problem. We don't select this one. We will select some other. If headcount is not there, we should not select that one. We will search something else. Let's give some percentile. Okay, now we are having human resources manager, human resources senior consultant. So these are the different positions. Okay. These are the different positions that are available in organization. Okay. So we will select him as human resources manager. Just is for learning sake only. Human resources manager. Okay, if the synchronization from position, it will show yes, because it was synchronized from the position, right? It was synchronized earlier. It was the synchronization from position was not there. But once we select the position, all the details like the grade, job, start time, end time, working as a manager, working at home, location. So positions are mainly tightly coupled with other 4 workforce structures. Okay, tightly coupled with other 4 workforce structures, like the first one is position, second one is department, third one is job, and fourth one is grade. Position tightly coupled with these 4, and rest all fields are also, if you want to couple that one, you can make that checkbox enabled, so that will also be shown in this assignment page. So what are the 4 fields? Position is tightly coupled. Location, what are other workforce structures like location, department, grade, and job. These are the 4 important workforce structures. The position workforce structure is tightly coupled. So this will be useful for position synchronization. So why it is useful for positions? Why it is useful is like, as an implementation specialist, based upon the HR requirement, if you define all the positions up front, it would be easy for HR specialist not to do any kind of mistakes, and they will select the position, and with that position, everything will be synchronized in the system. Everything will be synchronized in the system. So they don't have to give all the fields. So once while creating the position itself, if you keep all the fields default, those values will be synchronized here automatically if you select synchronization from the position. Okay. Now we have given the values. So here you want to give like if you want to give any manager details, you can give it here. Because it's already position is enabled synchronized, manager or details also will get automatically. Okay. And if you want to give tax reporting unit, US1 legal entity, and then select the payroll. It is monthly payroll. To run the payroll, this is important concept. If you don't want to run the payroll, that's okay. If you while hiring an employee, if you want to run the payroll for the employee, we have to give payroll details here. You have to select tax reporting unit and payroll type. What is the payroll type? Okay. But here we are not running any payroll for these employees, just for learning purpose we are doing. We can give without payroll details also for hiring an employee. But when you go to payroll module, this become a mandatory field. You have to select what is the tax reporting unit and what is the payroll for the particular employee. Now click on next. Salary basis. We select US1 salary. They have defined for this position 20,000 to 50,000 US dollars. Let's take, we will give 50,000 US dollars. Okay, range position because we are using 100%. Okay, now click on next. So here the person number. So whatever the person number will be generated automatically. So as of now, the person number has not generated. Once we click on submit button and all the transactions got approved, then only we will get the person number for this Leonard Hofstadter. Click on submit button. With this, we know how to create contingent worker. With this, we learn how to create contingent worker. Now just give some time for the system to approve the transaction. And then where we need to verify? We need to verify in person management search. Okay, as a HR specialist, our duty got completed. We have hired contingent worker, or we have added the contingent worker in the system. So system will approve the transaction. If there is approvals are enabled, it will go to concerned manager or concerned director, and they will approve the transaction. Then it will display in the system. It will take some time. Okay. Now click on, as a HR specialist, click on person management. Search for the contingent worker, Leonard. So as of now, he is still not approved by the system and he is still in progress. The transaction has not yet completed. So we will wait for some more time. Or now, as a security, IT security manager, we will go to transaction console. So always remember, when you go to transaction console, what is your role? IT security manager. So here, as for our learning purpose, I have given all the roles for one person, but in real time production or in your real time when you go to companies, so you will not have this kind of things. Only one person will have particularly only one or two roles, depend upon the requirement, business requirement. So as we are learning the application, we have given all the roles to one employee, Pavan Chandra. So as now I'm a security manager, I'm going to transaction console. And I want to see in progress, Leonard Hofstadter. Error due to null value from attribute contingent worker rule. Somebody has enabled approvals for this one. Okay. So because of that, the transaction got failed. Somebody has enabled approvals and that approvals were not defined properly. So that's why it will get BPL error. Error due to null value for an attribute in add contingent worker rule. So this is the somebody has enabled rule. Somebody has enabled rule. Because of that, we are getting error. Okay. What we have to do? We have to terminate the process. Anyhow, it got error to terminate the process. So I will tell you one small technique for the learning purpose. Just go to approval rules. While you are doing any hire, add contingent worker, add non-worker, add pending worker, always bypass approval should be enabled. Means bypass approval, it should display in the blue color tick mark. Okay. Always the bypass enabled. So add contingent worker is our task name, right? Go to IT security manager, go to approval rules, add contingent worker. By default, it should be bypass approval enabled. You need to enable the bypass approvals, means it will bypass the approvals for contingent worker, for pending worker, for non-worker, for hire an employee. So what are the transactions you are doing? Add contingent worker, add non-worker, add pending worker, and then hire. Hire an employee. For this one also, bypass the approvals. Okay. This is the first step I need to do, but I thought it was bypassed. So now we will do the transaction again. My client groups, new person, add contingent worker. So we are doing add contingent worker, placement to fill, previous one legal employer, previous one legal entity. In this, okay. Tony Stark. Stark. Tony. Doctorate. Gender male. 1/1/1975. So 1975 is 75 years old. 25, 25, 50 on it. Yes. Okay. Social security number. Just give any social security number. Okay. 3-2-4 digits. Always remember to give gender and date of birth. Okay, it's important to run the payroll. It's really important to give the gender and date of birth for the particular employee or contingent worker. Go to next. Address line 1. One way RWC. Okay. Stark Industries are Stark 94061. Click on next. So you need to give assignment details for the particular person. Business unit is US1 business unit. Okay, coming to here, one thing I have missed out to here is person type. If you see here, the person type. What is a person type here? Contingent.
Contingent worker.
Person type is contingent worker. Earlier, when you hire an employee, person type is employee. So here the person type is contingent worker. Okay, remember this one. By selecting add contingent worker, we'll get the person type as contingent worker. Okay, now we will go to position, human resources manager. This here synchronized from position. It will show yes. It was synchronized from the position. Yes, sir. You want to run the payroll, select a tax reporting unit and give payroll as monthly payroll. Click on next. US1 salary, US1 salary basis. Click on next. Click on submit. Just verify all the details are correct or not in the printable page and click on submit button. The process is same. So what is the process we have defined for hire an employee? The process is same. Now we have completed hiring a contingent worker. Meanwhile, we will see before the contingent worker becomes active, we will see how to hire a pending worker as well. Add a pending worker. So before doing any of these four, so what is the primary step we need to do? Hire an employee, add a contingent worker, add a pending worker, add a non-worker. What is the first step we need to do? We need to bypass the approvals. As IT security manager, go to transaction console. We need to bypass the approvals. Transaction console, go to approval rules. So add contingent worker, add non-worker, add pending worker, hire an employee. First three will be shown with the A only. That's why we will see in the first itself. And hire an employee also, everything should be, the blue color tick mark should be enabled. Bypass approval should be enabled. Otherwise, it will throw errors because the approvals section we have not yet configured yet, because somebody has configured. They might do in a wrong approach. Because of that, we will get errors. So now we will see add pending worker. So pending worker means what? The person who has accepted the offer and ready to join the organization is called as pending worker. The person who is ready, who has accepted the offer and ready to join the organization is called as a pending worker. As a HR specialist, it is our duty to add the record. So to add the record. So proposed start date. So that is a for pending worker, instead of placement date, it will show as proposed start date, first date of this placement or employment relationship. So let's take today is a proposed start date. It is going to start from today itself. And today only we are adding the record. I have pending worker, legal employer. The flow would be same for all the 4 US1 legal entity. But there are small changes would be there. I'll say the difference. Okay, here that is the difference. Proposed worker type. Proposed worker type. What is the proposed worker type here? We have not seen this in contingent worker or hire an employee, right? So that the person or candidate, a candidate who is joining the company, he might be a permanent employee or he might be a contract employee, right? He might be a permanent worker or he might be a contract worker. So it will show the relationship, proposed worker type. We can select employee or contingent worker. But I want to select as an employee. He is an employee only. Okay. The important point in add pending worker basic details is it will ask what is the proposed worker type. Proposed worker type, you can select either is an employee or is a contractor. Okay, remember this one, please. Now again, coming to last name, first name, we will give some values. Harry Potter. I will give James Bond. Bond. James. Okay. Now male on 15. Okay. Click on next. So here we need to give assignment details for the particular candidate. So for which business unit you want to hire? US1 business unit. Okay. And the most important point here is another important point for the pending worker here is include for auto conversion. Include for auto conversion. Include for auto conversion means suppose you are a HR, you are hiring 20-30 pending workers per day. So to convert again them to normal employees, it would be a tedious process. So for that reason, what Oracle is providing here is automatically depend upon the criteria, Oracle will convert pending workers to either employees or contingent workers. Okay. If you select here no, it cannot convert. If you select here yes, it will convert. So by default, we need to select here yes. Convert the pending workers. This is the best approach. Okay, if you don't want to convert that particular James Bond by default, that is okay. You can select no. It depends upon your requirement, client requirement. And proposed person type is employee. They're proposing this person type as employee. These are the other person types. But we are proposing this employee as employee only. Okay. Now we want to select the position. Okay, now we can select him as asset accountant. Select OK. Asset accountant, his position is asset accountant. It was synchronized from the position. Okay, department is finance. They have not assigned any grade. Job is assigned asset accountant. Department location, Chicago. Okay, what are the other one? Grade they has not given. That's okay. Even if grade is not there, that's okay. Job, department, and location they have given. So assignment category is a full-time regular. Full-time regular means regular or temporary, it will become regular. Full-time or part-time will become full-time. Full-time regular, it's a combination of regular or temporary, full-time or permanent. The assignment category is full-time regular. Working at home, just we can change what are the details. Working at home is yes. Okay. The start time and end time will come from directly from manage legal entity details. So any other details we can give depend upon the client requirement here. To run the payroll, you need to select tax reporting unit if you want to run the payroll for this employee. This as of now we will not see here, but when we go to payroll module, we will see that is an important step. Monthly payroll. Okay. Now click on next. Can you give the salary basis? Salary basis, all these things comes from compensation module. US1 salary, just give 72,000 per year. Just click on next. Okay, the person number we have made it as it should generate it automatically upon final save. Last name, first name, and we can review all the details. The printable page. Click on submit. Click on yes. Okay, the request got submitted. So what we have completed today? We have completed contingent worker, add pending worker, add pending worker. Okay. Dev 22 only, right? Yes. The environment name is Dev 22 only. So Dev 20. Now we have completed add contingent worker and add pending worker today. Okay, because we don't have time to do add non-worker. Tomorrow we will see add non-worker as well. Now we have done this, we have submitted the transaction, but we don't know whether it was completed or not. So we need to go to as a IT security manager role. Again, I'm telling we are switching the roles. Till now we are in which role? HR specialist role. Now I'm switching the role. I'm going as a IT security manager role. I'm going to transaction console, in progress. It is taking some time. Just we will see the completed. I think environment is a bit slow. Okay, if you go to completed, Tony Stark and James Bond both are completed, right?
Yes, sir.
Tony Stark and James Bond both are completed. Here, if you see James Bond is a pending worker. James Bond is a pending worker, and Tony Stark is a contingent worker. Now, once if you see Leonard Hofstadter also, because we have removed the transaction, approval transaction, system has approved now. You know, it's we should don't have to go. We have created Tony Stark. Okay. Always remember while submitting any add contingent worker, add pending worker, add non-worker, hire an employee, you remember that you remove the approvals or bypass, you enable the bypass approval and ensure that the blue color tick mark is enabled. Okay, how we will check that one? Go to here, come to transaction console, transaction manager, approval rules. In the left side, you will see approval rules. Okay, we will highlight this one also. In the left side, we will see the approval rules. We click that approval rules. We click this approval rules. We will get this transaction manager rules. Here we need to check add contingent worker. The bypass approvals, the blue color tick mark should come. Add non-worker, blue color tick mark should come. Add pending worker, blue color tick mark should come. This is the most important thing. If you don't follow this one, we cannot able to complete the transactions. Okay. And once you are done with these three, what is the fourth one? Hire an employee. This hire an employee also, you have to bypass the approvals. Now we will go and check in the person management. And in the person management, we will go and check Tony Stark and James Bond has been created in the application or not. So Tony Stark, he is a contingent worker. Tony Stark is a contingent worker, right? He has created, and what is the person number? 7600. 7600. Okay. We'll add the name also so that you can easily understand. Person name. Tony Stark. Worker name is Tony Stark. Okay. And the other person is a contingent worker, right? Contingent worker. A contingent worker. Now, what is the other person? Other worker? James Bond. So what is the person type? What is the person type of this person?
Worker.
Is a pending worker. Okay. Now everybody understood these two concepts.
Yes, sir.
Contingent worker and pending worker.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay.
James Bond. What is the person number?
01.
01. So the person number will be incremented one by one only. Okay, we can see the sequence 7601. 7601. Okay. Okay, for now today we have completed how to hire an employee, contingent worker, Tony Stark. We have created pending worker, pending or employee type. We have created James Bond. Okay. And what is the employee? We have created 7572. 7572. What is the name of the employee? Sheldon Cooper. Sheldon Cooper is the employee. Sheldon Cooper. 1572 7600 7601. Okay. HR operations. Why I'm telling HR operations is that would be easy for you because in our class we are having 3 HRs. So it would be easy for you. All the HR operations. Now you understood, right? Why we are using the system? We are using the system to do our HR operations or HR activities on a day-to-day basis activities. Hire an employee, add contingent worker, add pending worker, add non-worker, transfer the employee, global transfer, local transfer, terminate, rehire, and then add work relationship, end work relationship, and then change the location, promotion, demotion, and a lot of activities, all HR activities, salary hike, change of salary, everything, all HR activities comes under transactions. Okay. Or we can call it HR operations. Okay. I think it makes sense for you, right, Lakshman?
Yes, sir.
So I think you have part of these activities earlier. Are you part of any of these activities earlier?
Yes, sir. We need to create the department designation, employee codes, and assigning the uh, uh, department head under his duties, all those things. And next, coming to this transfers, salary hiking, increment letters, transfer letters. So these are the things we need to do in the HR operations purpose.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. Yes. So this software, what we are discussing, this Oracle software will help you do your job more efficiently. And this is a one-stop solution for all your entire enterprise HR operations. So everything you can operate from here itself. Okay. Everything you can operate from here itself. If you learn this module properly, the global HR, talent management, global payroll, absence management, recruiting. So these 5 modules will be more than enough. These 5 modules will be more than enough, but it will take minimum 4 to 5 months. Okay. Slowly every day you have to practice whatever the classes we are doing. Every day we have to practice, and you have to practice minimum 3 to 4 times, because I am doing this activity from last 16, 15 years minimum. You have to do the same thing for at least, right? I think Lakshman, you are having 14 years of experience, but you are not using the application, Oracle application. So for me, it is around 10 years of complete Oracle experience. If you leave about ADP and other companies, that's okay. But at least I'm using this application for the last 10 years consistently. If you ask me to do the same transaction, by wake me up in the sleep also, I can do the transaction. It requires a lot of practice. So please practice well. Okay. So tomorrow what we will see is how to convert pending worker to employee. Okay, tomorrow we will see how to convert pending worker to employee and add non-worker. So these are the most important topics. Okay, these are the most important topics. Then once we are done with this one, we will go to other HR activities. Okay. So you also do the same thing like this. Create a serial number, pod, person number, worker name, transaction name, effective start date, and navigation to the transaction. If you keep like this, it would be easy for you in your future practice also. Okay. Okay, guys. I hope I'm done with the class, and thanks for your time, and have a